The 2017 offseason was the wildest in NBA history. LeBron James and Kyrie Irving are now Eastern Conference rivals. Out west, Chris Paul joined James Harden, while Paul George and Carmelo Anthony united with Russell Westbrook. 10 recent All-Stars changed uniforms, and we haven't even gotten to Kevin Durant's strange summer, so let's get to previewing. The 201,718 NBA season is finally upon us. The Pistons added Avery Bradley, arguably the NBA's most underrated player. Getty Images Detroit Pistons 201,617 finished 37-45, last in the Central Division, offensive rating 103.3, 25th defensive rating 105.3, 11th additions Avery Bradley, Anthony Tolliver, Langston Galloway, Luke Kennard, subtractions Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Marcus Morris, Aaron Baines, Bino Udrih. Did the summer help at all? If for no other reason, the Pistons should be better, just because of the migration of star talent to the West. The Pistons finished a few games out of the playoffs last season, after earning the 8th seed in 2016, and they're right back in the playoff hunt before they even play a game this season, now that Paul Millsap and George and Jimmy Butler have left Atlanta, Indiana and Chicago, respectively. The addition of Bradley is no small gain. He is everything Caldwell-Pope was supposed to be before becoming expendable in restricted free agency. By way of the Boston Celtics, Bradley has improved every season, adding an underrated offensive game to his lockdown defense, and those attributes should help coach Stan Van Gundy mask the deficiencies of Reggie Jackson in Detroit's backcourt. But the loss of Morris is tough to swallow. He brought an edge on defense and a positional versatility on offense that the likes of Tobias Harris, John Lure and Stanley Johnson might struggle to replicate. Galloway and Tolliver won't do much for the bottom line, and don't expect Kennard to make an instant impact. So much of Detroit's success will once again fall on the shoulders of Jackson and Andre Drummond, a pair of young players still finding their way in a league in which their games don't quite fit. It's time for Reggie Jackson and Andre Drummond to get serious. At best case scenario, according to the NBA's net rating statistics, the Pistons were never worse than when Jackson or Drummond were on the court last year, and they were never better than when either of them was on the bench. That must change. They can't afford to have their two highest-paid players for the next 3 seasons be their least impactful contributors, so the best-case scenario is that Jackson finds some semblance of offensive efficiency and Drummond discovers some rim protecting. That alone would represent a successful season. And a big step forward from Stanley Johnson, Reggie Bullock and Henry Ellenson wouldn't hurt in their quest to become a pesky road playoff seed. If everything falls apart, this could easily happen. Detroit's best lineup last season was with Ish Smith at the point, Baines at center and Caldwell-Pope, Morris, and Harris as the wings and swings. All but Smith and Harris are gone, and Bradley is the only marked upgrade taking over for the other 3. Meanwhile, Van Gundy reportedly spent the summer shopping Drummond, who didn't respond well to similar trade talks last year, and Jackson has rubbed teammates the wrong way before. If Bradley is handed the reins, as much as I respect his silent assassin's creed, that's no place to be, and Detroit may as well hold a fire sale and nosedive to the bottom of the standings, while the tanking's still good. Best guess at a record 3,844 EASTERN Conference: Atlanta Hawks, Boston Celtics, Brooklyn Nets, Charlotte Hornets, Chicago Bulls, Cleveland Cavaliers, Detroit Pistons, Indiana Pacers, Miami Heat, Milwaukee Bucks, New York Knicks, Orlando Magic, Philadelphia 76ers, Toronto Raptors, Washington Wizards, Western Conference: Dallas Mavericks, Denver Nuggets, Golden State Warriors, Houston Rockets, Los Angeles Clippers, Los Angeles Lakers, Memphis Grizzlies, Minnesota Timberwolves, New Orleans Pelicans, Oklahoma City Thunder, Phoenix Suns, Portland Trail Blazers, Sacramento Kings, San Antonio Spurs, Utah Jazz. Ben Rohrbach is a contributor for Ball Don't Lie and Shutdown Corner on Yahoo Sports. Have a tip? Email him at rohrbachben@yahoo.com or follow him on Twitter. Follow @Rohrbach.